your motorsport and motoring radio show. Now on 88.5 FM, The Valley Comes Alive. And podcasting across iTunes and talkandpower.com.au.
Welcome back to Talk and Power podcast episode 227. My name's Michelle Morrison, and with me are my co-hosts Nick DeCimbre and Simon Gonzo Trevellini. How are we going, boys?
Good, Michelle. Yourself?
Good. Do you know what? I'm not sure if you heard that little pause there. I nearly said that I was Michelle Osborne.
I didn't pick up on it.
It nearly just came out.
You still are Michelle Osborne.
Yeah, I think I saw an old school friend on the weekend, and he said hello, not realising that I was from school, and I went, it's me, Michelle Osborne. I'm Michelle Morrison now, and then I confused myself with that, so a little slip there. But
it would be a hard thing in your case, like, because there are guys that change their, second name to their wives.
Yeah,
this is a thing, or they combine them. Have you not heard of this?
Never.
I don't see it as much with guys.
No, it's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. Like, let's say it's a really famous.
Oh yeah.
In your case, it would be difficult because you're both just as famous.
You hear that, Trent? You hear that?
So if Linda was a Schumacher, that's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if she was a famous drag racing Schumacher,
yeah.
Is Linda's maiden name Schumacher?
No. But if it was, then
I thought you just want to jump on there just so you could run with it. And
would you think that if Don Schumacher had daughters that they would race?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because Force kind of didn't have any choice, did he?
Yeah. It's only daughters. So.
He only had
Hang on,
daughters.
Don Schumacher. Well, no, I think it was his in-law.
In-law?
Yeah,
daughter-in-law.
Yeah. No, she did all the media and everything, didn't she? Megan. But she hyphenated her name.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? It's common. Even the person that found our state before Cook, Drake Brockman.
Okay, yep.
Yeah?
All right.
Well, no, I mean...
Didn't they name an island after him or something?
We did actually have our 8th anniversary last year, so I probably should have... Last week.
I saw that.
Last week.
Congratulations.
8 years. Thank you. Oh, going strong.
Very good. 8 years.
No, but so I should have gotten used to my name by now.
You should.
Should have. Well, let's kick it off with some news headlines. Supercar results from Adelaide. Chaz Mostert secured his first championship win, coming in second on Sunday race of the final race of Adelaide 500. Favourite to win, Brock Feeney was dumped in an early race squabble with Walkinshaw Andretti United's Ryan Wood, but a mid-race engine misfire would see any possibility of Feeney winning dismissed, as the Chev Camaro was severely handicapped with ignition problems. Chaz Mostert drove a clean race, finishing second place to Matt Payne in the Grove Racing Mustang, who went on to win, and third was secured by 2024 champion Will Brown.
Hey, when was the last time a Ford won the championship?
2020, but who's counting?
Straight onto it. Wasn't even written in the notes, it's just all kept up there.
Because he was counting. How many days, Nick?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A long time.
In Formula One Qatar results, it was a superior pit stop strategy by Red Bull and every other team except McLaren to see Max Verstappen take the win against a fast finishing Oscar Piastri and a third place Carlos Sainz in his Williams. Lando Norris was questionably gifted fourth spot after rounding up Kimi Antonelli late in the race in what appeared to be a gift from Mercedes. It means the championship goes down to the wire in Abu Dhabi next weekend on Sunday. The current point standing has Lando Norris sitting in first place on 408 points, Max Verstappen a mere 14 points behind on 396, and sitting in contention in third is Oscar Piastri on 392 points.
Did you see the look on the McLaren team when
Oscar won the sprint
Oscar won the sprint
on the Saturday. Yeah, I did. It was not
That
good.
that was not. That just was like,
not- yeah.
dude, he's on your team.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it
I
wasn't. It
didn't
wasn't
see.
a good look
They
at
weren't
all.
happy for it.
They were not happy. Like,
That
there's
is
something
rough.
dodgy going on there. And what are they keep going on about papaya rules?
Yeah, but well, the papaya rules, there are no team orders, but when you're at this pointy end of the season, I think the papaya rules have got him has got him into this situation. Frankly,
I just couldn't believe it. I tell you what, though, Maxi,
he's looking good.
3 in a
Max.
row.
Yeah,
He won one of them from pit row. He
know.
started
Yeah.
last.
Yeah,
That
he's
is
going well.
just incredible. And you know what? If he wins the championship, I couldn't be happier for him. The only thing that I'm sad about is that if he does win the championship, he's done it without Christian Horner. And I liked Christian Horner.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he might be a misogynist, but hey, we need a bit of white male misogyny these days, you know?
If you want to be my lover. Well, we might have more from Nick later on.
We will have a
on
lot to
that.
say about that.
About papaya rules.
Yep, a lot.
In some sad news, the passing of Allan Moffat. Allan Moffat, one of the most iconic figures in Australian motorsport history, died peacefully on Saturday, November 22nd, surrounded by loved ones. His family confirmed the news via a heartfelt post on his official Facebook page, noting his long and courageous battle with Alzheimer's.
It's incredible they just did that special on him. The timing is unbelievable.
Yeah,
It was like a week, maybe 2 weeks
Wow.
yeah.
after they did it. Yeah, it was bizarre. But I was like, wow, that's kind of freaky. You know, he did have an incredibly tumultuous, is that how you say it?
Yeah, he was never
Career-
short in coming. He wasn't short in coming forwards, was he?
No. I think that the favourite era for me was when he was driving the RX-7 because of the constant bickering between all the different people representing the manufacturers. They needed the extend port and they needed a bridge port, and this guy needed different cylinder heads, and this guy, you know, it was just every race meeting there was some argument.
Reasonably successful in that car. I mean, we'll jump to that now. I mean, while we're talking about Allan Moffat, but 1983 won the touring car championship in that car, that RX-7. What else? He won. He was reasonably successful. I would have thought you were more of the Mustang, the fastback fan. I thought
No,
that-
see, that era, that was modified or improved production. Production. I noticed that there was a few cars here that you didn't mention that he raced and was successful in before he got the phone call from Ford to be their official
But
driver.
these cars were his championship winning cars. So Australian Touring Car Championship in a GT Phase 3. That was in 73. 76 he won it in an XB GT hardtop. And in 77 in an XB as well, GT hardtop, two-door. And in 83 in that RX-7. Bathurst wins 1970 in the XW, 1971 in the XY, 73 in an XA, the coupe, and in 77, how can we forget, that was the famous 1-2.
The 1-2 in the Cobras.
XC, yeah, with Jackie Hicks. Also, Sports Sedan Championship. That was actually a two-car. He had raced a Monza that season and a Capri as well in 76. Sports Car Championship in 1980 in a Porsche 930. Australian Endurance Championship win in 82 and 84 in the RX-7. And I put here most famous car. I always thought it was his Mustang. Was his most famous
The
car.
Boss 302.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean...
69?
69,
Boss 302?
yep. So from 70 to 73, he came 6th, 2nd, 3rd and 5th in the Australian Touring Car Championship in that car.
But I guess I think most people that were Ford or Holden fans and you know, around our age, because I mean, you weren't even born when he was racing the XY,
No.
right? they would remember him more as the whinging Canadian that drove the Mazda.
Yeah, I guess so. I do remember the Mazda quite well, actually.
Yeah.
That's more my era, I guess, because that's 83 in the 80s there. Well, I do remember that. And for that.
They used to all call him a Yank, but he was actually Canadian.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yep. I met him. Did you ever meet him?
No.
I met him a few times, actually. I met him at Darren Field Days. He was invited to the Darren Field Days one year. And I also met him, did an opening of a tyre power store. Can't remember where it was, but I took the boys to meet him as well. So we got a photo with myself, him, and my boys. They were only young at the time.
Have you got the power?
I got the power. So, yeah, I met him there as well. And he was like, at the time, he had done a deal with Bianchi. So Bianchi were making his model cars. And I rocked up there with a classic car collectible instead, but it was an Allan Moffat car. But he wouldn't sign that. He said, and that's Allan Moffat, but
That's Allan Moffat.
and look, I mean, at the time, I was a little bit disappointed, and the boys as well. He goes, "I'll have a photo with you. I'm happy to have photos. I'm happy to," but he goes, "I won't sign that car because he goes, I don't have an agreement with Classic Collectibles. I have an agreement with Bianchi."
Yeah, Larry Perkins is the
Classic
same.
Collectibles had made his car.
Yeah, but it was
all like
authorised by Ford, not Allan Moffat. So that was the difference, and he explained that to me as well. And with all due respect,
I know, Nick, but to do that,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
he could have pretended he was Roger Cook.
Is it? You could have got your boys
Donald
to
Trump.
try.
Yeah. Anyway, he didn't do it, but that's that.
What he should have done is taken it out of the box and taped up the bottom and said, "I don't want to damage it."
Yeah. So you know what I did? I also,
Bianchi. I swear it's a Bianchi.
to be fair, I bought the glove box out of the XW as well. Got him to sign that. He was happy to sign that, but yeah, he wasn't having a bar of that model car. And whether it was right or wrong, that was Allan Moffat.
The thing with Allan Moffat that a lot of Ford people didn't admire him that much was the incident with the rocker arms, where he showed these broken rocker arms at Bathurst, I think it was, and complained that the Ford product was junk when his car had roller rockers on it anyway. So, it was like, why are you poo-pooing on the company that's made you? Yeah. And then after that, it was like, see you later. And they got it to stick it up him too, right at the end with the when the V8 Supercar series started, and he built a EB, and they wouldn't sell him an intake manifold, so
he put a carby on it.
He had a carby on it. Everyone else was EFI. And the problem with the carby is when you turn the corners, all the fuel sloshes to one side of it. So he wasn't competitive.
That was the Synovus EB Falcon. I remember that car well.
But I think all was forgiven later on.
I might have to go back and have a look at that special that they did.
Yeah.
Might still be on some of the streaming channels.
I meant to bring in some. I read his autobiography. Well, it's not. It's in a biography. He didn't write it, but someone wrote it for him. It's a great read. I'll bring it in one day, and then maybe you can have a read of it if you want to have a read. It was and that's probably the last book I read, but it was a really great read.
In the Peter Brock movie, they immortalised this battle between Peter Brock and him, and how he helped Peter Brock get the win when he was driving the Onga car, because he gave him tyres and he gave him. But for you and I, the battle was Brock and Dick Johnson. Moffat was like, he's driving a Mazda.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, by the time I was involved in the scene, it was definitely Johnson and Brock. Yeah,
and that was definitely the battle of the underdog, being Dick Johnson, going up against the team HDT, which had was throwing millions of dollars at it. So you had this privateer with no Ford backing in the early days. The XD, he didn't get a cent from Ford. And it wasn't until years later with the Sierra and so on that he started to actually,
Ross Palmer heavily
correct,
funded it.
Yes.
Yeah. The famous Ross Palmer of Palmer Tube Mills.
Palmer Tube Mills, which is the dad, I believe, of Clive.
I think so, yeah. I think that is correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Some history there.
There you go.
Well, Tell me, what have you been up to? Been keeping busy, Nick?
I have, yes. I caught up with Marty Mirko last week. Went to Javups and Cars. I'll talk about that. Well, I mean, I'll talk briefly about it now.
Mini skinless sausages?
Yeah, I didn't have any actually
What do
because
you
it was the line was always so long. But I went there.
A good problem to have.
But I've got to be honest with you. I've had this thought in my mind. I went there and my mind was opened up. Like, it was in Spearwood, right? So I go to a lot of car shows, right? Went to this car show. Honestly, there was cars there I have never seen before. There was probably 2 or 3 cars that I'd seen before. The rest of them, 60 or 70 cars, never seen before.
They don't venture past the river?
Well, I don't know, but some of them probably couldn't, even if they wanted to. There were cars rolling up like they were coming off on trailers just sort of around the corner and just coming in like crazy cars. And it's LS City over there.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like when I say LS, I don't just mean LS1s, LS2s. I'm talking LSAs. Like, it was wild. And like I said, the quality of cars down there is second to none. And I sort of got thinking, like, do you reckon there's room? I know we've maybe spoken about it before, but like a north versus south versus east, at the track? Because there's some heavy hitters down there.
We need a track
cars.
first, Nick.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
It's problematic. I mean,
I think there's always a strong debate between north and south.
Yeah.
But do these guys race those cars? Or?
Maybe not. Maybe some of them. There was an
I
XY.
thought you were going to say, is there room for another car show? Is there room for...
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like I said, these cars are... V&A Mechanical, I think it's his son, bought an XY Ute there. Like, this thing was wild. I mean, it was... I was really impressed by the quality.
And it had
of
an
cars.
LS in it.
No, not that one. But do you know what I mean? Like, there were some cars there that had, that were, I mean, maybe an 871 or something like that. And as I said, they were coming off trailers around the corner and driving in there. And Marty goes, "Yeah, no, this is what we normally get." Yeah.
Wow.
And I just think to myself, there's some tough cars out there.
What if because a lot of these car shows, it is the spectators, the public, that's like voting on, for the show and shine and the competitions that they'll be running within these car shows. What if you were to have a show combining north, south, if we get some east in there as well, but then have the public vote?
Oh, yeah.
And then you tally up to then see...
That's not a bad idea.
But you would have to mix it so the layout wasn't like this is all north and this is all south, because the public wouldn't know, and then you tally up the points.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
All right,
I like that.
The winner is north.
Even in the east, because I've been to Horsepower in the Hills this year.
Yeah.
There are some wild rides up there as well.
And I reckon it would change to suit particular demographics, and it might be all right, but if our public more caters to this, then maybe the Hills collection does have to have the upper hand on it, because the ones that are in the south are more about this kind of style or more about the classics, or who knows.
Yeah, I was really taken back by, as I said, I go to a lot of car shows. I go to a lot of the classic cars and coffee, the custom cars and coffee. And there were cars there I've never seen before.
That's cool.
Full stop. And that's why I urge people, get around to your car shows, because there's probably a lot of cars out there that you've never seen before. And that's what I took away from that. Speaking of new cars, Marty, I think I can say it here, but he's bought a new car.
Drag car?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you say what it is?
Yeah. Okay. And?
Yeah. It'll suit his tow car. Well, he'll suit his... 57 Chev, let's put it that way. Two-door, pillarless 57 Chev. It's the same as his two-door, pillarless 57 Chev Red. Really nice car from over east.
Yeah.
So that should be ready to go.
Is that a full chassis, lightweight? That must be that big nitrous deal.
I'm not sure. A combo...
Top sportsman deal.
Yeah, it'd be a top sportsman car, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's
oh, that's exciting.
Look, he didn't have that there, but he showed me some photos. I think I could say that. Sorry, mate, if I wasn't allowed to. But it's
Surprise.
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, but it was
We're all
good to see
excited
him
for
as well.
you.
He had his 57 Chev there as well, his road going one. So that was pretty cool too.
You must have a decent collection, eh?
He's keeping. He said he's keeping the Camaro too.
Yeah, yeah.
So too many race wins, too many championships.
So you got to have a race car and then a road going version.
Yeah, so he's still got
Yeah.
the road going
Yeah.
version of the Camaro as
Basically.
well. So yes, that's about right.
Yeah, box set.
So now he's got the pigeon pair 57 Chevs
Yeah.
as well.
Beautiful.
So, yeah,
That's
Beautiful.
cute.
it is very cute.
Lovely. What about you, Simon?
I've been working on Nicholas's hot rod.
Oh, yes. We haven't had an update for a while.
No, you haven't.
Ooh. Who
So
did
that's-
that?
That's the
Oh, nice.
Um,
Had the paint job done?
yeah.
Beautiful.
So unfortunately, I was wiring it last night, and a bit of solder's flicked up and gone right in the middle. So I'm hoping we can buff it out, and
That's awesome.
that's
How
So for
cool.
those listening to us, it's a black with yellow flame paint job.
and that's.
Oh my God.
Hey, grab the
Oh,
phone
yeah,
so you
'cause
can.
I think last time you had all your chrome work done.
He said you was going
Yeah.
off to get it chromed.
Wow.
Yeah, so all the bolts are
That looks so
polished.
good.
Everything's dome head
Look at those
stainless.
headlights. That's so cool.
And, yeah, I
Who
had
paint? Can I ask who painted that?
so Justin did the black, and Sam, Awesome Paintworks. He's retired now. He did it as a favour because we used to put a lot of cars through there.
I bet that's
Um,
really
So yeah, he just did it at home. So
Very cool.
I'm loving this. I am loving. That is awesome.
yeah,
How many? You said like 26 pieces or something to have chromed, didn't you? You had quite a bit. I remember you saying there was a lot
but
that you dropped
but
off, but some of the pieces quite small. But some
all,
large
all the
ones
stainless
there.
stuff, I've just polished it all at work.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's progressed since there. Like the wiring, except for the engine harness, I got to put the sheathing over it. But so tonight they do martial arts on Mondays, and Nicole, I don't know why she swung past work. I think they were coming back from Bunnings, and I still got to get the pinstriping done around it.
Blue.
You know what? This is the thing, right? So I rang Boris and we had a
Yes,
discussion
it's
about
classic.
this. Yeah, and like when we first, Nicholas and I first sat down and started looking for ideas for paint, and that's what we were going to do, is
Yeah.
the traditional flames
Yeah.
with the blue pinstripe. And he's got this jacket. I'm going to see if I can find it. Anyway, so as we were looking at photos, he saw this hot rod that had red rims, right?
Yeah.
And I was still trying to figure out how I was going to attach the hubcaps. So I had to make these inner rings to hold the hubcaps,
Yeah.
right? So I got these really they're just the perfect look for that era, stainless steel cap. And I've got them in the different sizes to suit the I've done everything half scale. Like, it is ridiculous the amount of work that I've put into getting the scale. You know, like the shock absorbers, they're handmade
Yeah,
working
yeah.
shock absorbers to get the scale right. Anyway, so we were looking at him, he just said, yeah, I'm going to go with the traditional flames. I want traditional flames. Right, cool. And where's that jacket? And then we found, so this is his jacket.
Oh yeah.
Right, you
Yep.
see the red edging. We found a photo of a hot rod with the flames, and it had red rims with the polished hubcaps.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh wow, that looks good." And I said, "Well, I'm getting them powder coated because we just painted them black in the meantime."
Yeah.
And I said, "I've got to do some welding to hold the hubcap. So if you want to do them in red, we'll do them in red." And he was like, "Yeah, all right, let's do it." So then I said, "Do you know which one it is? Can you see that?"
Yeah. Is this a Hot Wheels jacket?
Yeah.
I think Claire's got the same one.
Yeah, it's such a cool jacket.
Yeah, it's cool,
Such
hey?
a cool jacket. So, we're getting the rims
Yeah.
powder-coated red, and I said, do you want to do the pinstriping the same as your jacket in the red?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, that'll look cool. But, yeah, Boris is on my case going, it's got to be white or blue, Gons. It can't be red. It's
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
so when we took it to
But
Sam,
there's not much, the flames predominantly yellow in there. That then I like that the red would tie in then with the rims.
yeah. And Boris's friend, if I said to him that I want the pinstripe to flare out like the jacket's done,
Yeah.
I've seen him do it. He's
Yeah.
brilliant. But when we were at Sam's place to get the flames done, Sam does the real flames. He painted
Yeah.
Aaron Gregory's car and the extreme cars, so he's gifted in that he can do that. And he said, Nicholas, I'd really, I think you should. And he showed him some photos, and Nicholas was there. Yeah. No, I want the traditional flames.
Yeah. He's like, I appreciate your work, but it's the traditional the way. I'm glad it's for the style of car that it is. It fits the traditional well. I appreciate the realistic flames. You know that I airbrush, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I say I airbrush. I haven't done it for a good 10 years. But
Well, you
even more
used
so.
to do cosmetic.
Well, the cosmetic tattooing.
Yeah.
But before that, long before that, I airbrushed with Stu Paris.
Oh, yeah, Stuart.
Yeah, and Stu actually was first my lecturer at TAFE when I did automotive spray painting as an extra. It was part of the work studies in year 12. But then...
Were you doing a bit of that at my mate's place?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that was you.
Yeah. There was...
There you go.
I was doing portraits, and I did the airbrush Venturi course, but then we had the graffiti artists come in and do the big mural.
Yeah.
Which then, we kind of collaborated our design for that.
There you go.
So that was a big scale. So that wasn't really airbrushing on. I kind of worked with them for the design part of it, but to actually do the mural at that scale, they were using the aerosol cans with then the modified tips.
Yeah.
Which it's so cool. But I would use sometimes you would use a little bit of stenciling for hard edges, but I'd actually use my hand a lot to then be able to adjust the flow and to be able to control where it needed to go. But I absolutely love it. I had a whole room dedicated for airbrushing, and because needs to be very temperature controlled.
Nick, we got to get you a little guard to put over here.
No, maybe one day I'll start my hobby again.
Anyway, it was important for me that he picked what he wanted.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because
absolutely,
too many parents try and convince the kid, let's do it like this because that's what I want.
Yes.
And so it's getting close, but he designed the dash, and it's very complicated because he wants. So we picked a veneer, and he wants a veneer inlay on with a polished aluminium forward ring.
Oh, yeah.
So it's I don't know if I can pull it off. This is going to be next level. I'm not sure that I can do it, but I'm going to give it a crack because I got to vacuum bag it, and then I went and seen some specialists, the composite specialists about, and they're going, maybe you could try this and try that, and I'm like, I've only got one shot at this if I stuff it up. So we'll see. And then the last thing left is the seat, and I'm not really willing to give that a go.
Upholstery.
Yeah.
I've got a name of someone.
Well, I've been. There's an old friend of mine, Britt Rieger, that I used to knock around with. Be nearly 30 years ago now. Yeah. And he's back into it. He works from home. I got his mobile number. And there's a guy in Two Rocks that I saw some work that he does a lot of work for SS Race Tech. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, it looks like it was made in America. He did this bench seat with cup holders in the bench seat.
Yeah, cool.
Right? And you know how you see what's the dude with the goatee that does...
Oh, Kendig.
Kendig.
Yeah.
Kendig, yeah. You know, how they have the metal inserts and that on the seat. He does all of that stuff.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know
that
there was anyone...
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't know there was anyone in Perth that did that. He also works from home. I think a lot of these businesses have had to do that because rent's so
rent's
ridiculous, and electricity is so cheap right now because of renewables, isn't it? You guys must have the aircon cranked 24/7.
It was today.
How about yourself, Michelle? What have you been?
I actually went down to the Motorplex on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How's the track going?
The track is as it was with no works that I could see had progressed with the drag strip itself.
Has someone got a gimpy and like even a chisel and
Is
just
it-
like chipped away, maybe?
No, nothing.
No.
Not even with
So
a
the
little-
whole track is exactly how we left it.
Yeah,
What,
there's
how
some
many years
barriers.
ago was it now?
Was there? No.
Year and...
I was there for the Hardwire Harley Hootenanny event, and I got asked to come on board as a guest judge
Yeah,
for
how
the
did that
Harley
go?
stunt riders. Yeah, it was really cool.
So where were they doing the stunts on the speedway track?
They were actually doing the stunts on First Ave. So how First Ave's bitumised.
Yep.
So they had their like boundary walls marked out across First Ave, and then they would have vendors across in each of like the grassed avenues. So it was really good for the spectators to be able to flow and move around quite easily, because they would have the BMX jumps set up across one grassed avenue, and then they would have the freestyle motocross set up across another, and then all the food trucks, and then they had some kids zone areas with bouncy castles as well, and then the Monster Trucks WA.
Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron, he had his big red fire truck
Taking the kids.
engine,
That is so cool.
The girls went on, they absolutely loved it, and
Yeah.
I was quite impressed because, you know, we've been to some car shows before, and they'll have your little lawnmower pulling along the tractor cart, you know. He was going really fast, and the girls were loving it. They was like, yeah, we're doing donuts, and we're doing
Given the opportunity, he'll jump a car.
yeah, right. Because that was
That's
his-
who was messaging me before,
Oh,
because
right.
I've got one of his gearboxes at work.
Is he coming this weekend to the Christmas pageant? Oh, he was there last year. He did the Christmas pageant last year.
I don't
Big
know.
red.
Do you want me to text him?
No, it's all right.
Well, the girls-
If
Message
he's
him
there, I'll
right
say
now.
hello, but
The girls absolutely loved it. They were standing in line, but I had to run off as they got closer to. So Trent went on with them, and they had the best time. They had so much fun. But the area for their domain was in the competitor car park.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And the
that
whole
would have
thing
been
was laid
perfect
out.
for Big Red.
Yeah, absolutely. And it had their other monster truck there as well, the Ute, which from their Facebook, I understand that I think the Ute takes passengers as well.
Stress factor? Isn't that stress?
Yeah, that's one of the originals.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're.
I don't know if that's got a passenger. It might have a passenger seat.
I think I saw that they're. Oh no! If in the back, in the tray. Well, that was my impression from just their like Instagram or Facebook. Luna had the class toy to take home over the weekend that then you have to do scrapbooking pages for.
Oh god, that would have been awesome.
So hers was filled with like these riders doing their big burnouts on the Harley Davidsons and
picture of a
stuff, and
monster
like
truck
wheelies.
in the air.
Yeah, she's got the monster truck in there, and then the little, it was a Lilo, one of those Lilo and Stitch, the pink ones, angels.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the barricades for the drag strip with it. It was lots of fun. But
God.
yeah, I got asked to come down and to be a judge for the Harley stunts, and it was really cool. I was sitting next to a guy called Sean Miller, and he's actually a rider from Canada, and he was there as a judge as well, and he kind of like broke down the complexity of some of the stunts more.
So what were they doing? Can you talk us through what sort of stunts they did?
So I probably don't have the right terminology of it, but obviously
It's all right.
there's a
Neither
lot
of us will know.
Yeah.
They were doing a lot of the wheelies,
Yeah.
but then they would do like hand grabs, and they would drag their hand along the back. Some of them would reach their hand right out behind them.
Like they had the front wheel
Yeah.
that high.
Some of them had it that high that their hand was out, but then they would tap the helmet or drag the helmet on the bitumen behind them as well.
God.
There was
That's crazy.
there was doing ones that you would probably maybe think to see or maybe have seen before when the Hardwire guys have come down to the Motorplex. Sometimes the Motorplex would organise them to come down for some oil downs or a bit of like in between entertainment, but doing some like jumping up on the seat, standing on the seat, and then doing some like drifting kind of like donuts while side saddle and stuff like that. But then they would have different barrels to kind of loop around, and even a little lip jump that they were getting up on there with. And so there was one rider.
You wouldn't want to try and launch a Harley off one of those.
Yeah, it was a little bit, and it was a little jump, and apparently this was the first year that they had the jump. They didn't have it last year, and my category that I was judging was like course use, and so it was like, we don't want to mark them down if they don't use it, but it's also pretty good if they do, but it makes it hard because all the riders are on different bikes. Like they're all on Harleys, but some of them are more your Sportster models and your other ones are cruisers with the big fiberglass.
Yeah, the panniers.
Yeah. One guy, they had 90 seconds to do their run. And one guy, he would go out, he would do a couple of tricks, and then he would quickly whip back to the start of the course. His wife would jump on the back, and then he would do the wheelies, and then she would put her arms back, and she'd be dragging her arms along the back of the Gucci.
That's awesome.
It was
That's
really
dedication.
Cool.
That's
it was really cool. There was 11 competitors to begin with, and then we went down to a top 8 and then top 4. And then they had some other elimination rounds or more so like score building. Had to calculate
sounds like the Supercars then.
You just... The
What's
countdown.
that?
The countdown.
The countdown. Here we go.
Count the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, for Braden Davis and Matt Curtis, they're the organisers for Hardwire, and Matt's favourite got voted out after the first round. And he was like, no.
They're the stunt riders.
Yeah, so Braden's still doing freestyle. I'm not so sure about Matt.
Those guys are like, they normally do the monster truck show.
Yes, yeah, they work together.
They are incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was one of my friends, Ash Rogers, who used to ride for him, still does a little bit now. He says that he's getting too old, but honestly, this guy, he's like the ultimate my body is a temple kind of guy. He's nicest guy. But Ash suggested my name and put it forward. They were looking for a female that was somewhat in the motorsport scene, but just to have a bit of a diverse judging panel. So, yeah, that was really cool. But they travel around quite a bit doing their shows, up in Kalgoorlie and everything as well.
Speaking of Aaron, I believe that there is a jump coming up where he's going to jump an aeroplane.
What?
Yeah, in the monster truck.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We might...
Yeah, we should.
We should get him in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Is he coming to Christmas? I can ask him with the Christmas
No, he hasn't replied.
Yeah, I saw the big red all decked out with tinsel though for last year. So
I haven't got the final list for the Christmas pageant yet, so I'll have that tomorrow. I don't know if he's coming or not.
I don't
Christmas
know.
pageant. It's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. Wow.
Pack yourselves there.
So close.
I will be there.
I told Trent that I'd go to the Speedway because he's going to be crewing with Andrew Priolo, and so I said I'd bring the girls along, and then I was like, damn it, I knew I had something on because this is the first year in a long time that I've been able to go because the date's always on a drag racing event.
Oh, really?
Always. Yeah. I mean, like I say,
I haven't
always, and
taken
I've
the
only been
kids
back
yet.
racing for 3 years, but...
I haven't taken the kids yet.
No, and neither have I because it's almost like it's too late, but by the time it's dark enough, right?
Yeah,
because ours is...
and getting in and out of the city.
Oh, you sound like Trent now.
There's these things called trains.
Yeah,
I know.
Like you haven't been in a car for longer before. Like what's the problem with the
I'll
nice
be
like
there.
full family
I've
packed
got
in
the
the
home
car?
and away float this year.
I
haven't got Rick and Sue. I've got home and away.
It's 'cause
What do you mean?
I've got home
your
and
car
away.
hasn't got catalytic converters, see?
So
That's
now
what it is.
I've been shifted to the home and away.
He tows floats.
Yeah, but like Home and Away, the TV.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
last
special.
year was Ada Nicodemo and her husband, Justin.
Oh, the new ones? Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean like that as. But
Does anyone
yes, 'cause
watch Home and Away anymore?
But I don't know who's coming
know
this year.
what?
I don't know who's coming this
Do
year.
you
for Home
watch
and
it?
Away.
I don't, but I've got a funny story just because I love to throw Trent under the bus when I get to talk about him.
Oh, no.
When we first started dating, and I think I told you about the story that he fell asleep at my house, like the first time he came over.
No,
Anyway.
you
haven't.
didn't. But you've just
So-
told the whole world.
No, he fell asleep on the couch and we were watching a
Something
movie, and
for
then
Trent to look forward to when he's listening to this podcast.
Yeah, Nick is writing down the time code.
It's he came over and he wanted to take me for dinner, and I had an issue going on with my digestive system that I had to be on a very strict diet. It sounds ridiculous, but I said, how about you come over, like we'll have dinner and watch a movie. And then like the movie was playing for like 20 minutes and he fell asleep. And
Poor guy's been working hard.
And then I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I just started cleaning the house.
You know
and then
what?
he woke up at midnight. Was like, oh, sorry, and ran out the door.
You did the right thing. You married him. Hard worker. See?
Yes, he is. But he also is a lover of Home and Away. At least he was. It started on TV, and he said, oh, and I said, oh, I'll change it. He goes, no, you can leave it on.
I get it.
Leave it
The
on.
old Home and Away.
Yeah, I mean, that was 14 years ago.
Yeah, but the new one.
Do you want to get some autographs for him?
Yeah,
I don't know
on.
who's coming, but I haven't been.
I
they
may
haven't
owe him,
disclosed who the
I may owe
stars
him an
are.
anniversary present.
Is there anyone left from the original cast?
Alf's
Probably
still
Ada.
there.
Alf's still there.
Yeah, Ada's still there.
Ada's still there. I mean,
She's not
she's
original,
not
but-
OG, but how far back do you go? She's OG enough.
Yeah, so
Alf
anyway,
is
I don't
still
know.
there.
I don't know the
That's
answer
incredible.
to those questions, but
Anyway.
anyway,
All right.
I'm
That's
looking
pretty
forward
special.
to. I'm looking forward to it Saturday night.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Where are we up to? We up to the Formula
Supercars,
One?
no,
Or
Supercars.
Supercars.
Oh, did you want to do supercars now, Michelle?
Oh, we can do Supercars.
Yep,
Yeah,
all right.
take it away, Nick.
So I'm just going to say, I have an opening question for you. Are you guys still fans of the new finals series? And let me clarify what I mean here. Brock Feeney this year won 14 races and a record-breaking 19 pole positions for Brock Feeney this year. Okay,
Out of...
34 races.
Okay.
So
I think the term you're looking for here is broken record.
in comparison, Chaz won 4 races and 1 pole position, yet Chaz is a champion and Brock Feeney is not.
All you need to do is insert NASCAR here.
Yeah. It's backfired on him big time. I'm sorry. And look, I mean, this is. I don't know if
No,
you
it
guys
hasn't.
saw the.
It
I
hasn't.
mean, it hasn't, because now it's caused a big uproar. Everyone's talking about it. and
No,
everything
because of
like
Ford
that.
won. So
Yeah, look, I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
that's a good bonus. I'm glad we got that.
Mark Scaife will never let this happen again.
Do you think, like, so when they decided that they would go to this playoffs?
Do you want me to give you? I'll give you a
Countdown.
rundown on how the meeting went.
No,
We need to do something. You know, the Americans got this playoff thing. Yep, let's do that.
It sounds cool.
It's pretty, but
Did they commit to, like, was it a trial year, or was it like when they trialled us for daylight savings and they were like, let's run it for 3 years and then we'll see. How much have they committed to this countdown?
How many times did they trial it?
Is it like,
there's no talk of it doing it next year. But that's not to say that they're not going to either. But it was always they brought this out late last year. It was pushed in front of everyone.
and did people like the idea of it then?
Well, I didn't. I was on
You've
this
probably
podcast.
seen that so many times for
this
NASCAR,
does not
yeah.
work.
We had 3 referendums for daylight
Yeah,
saving,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you
Are you
really
sure?
sure?
Are you
Let's
really
just go
sure?
one more time.
This does not work. This is motorsport.
One more
this
time
is
just
not
for the next voters
AFL.
to age in.
This is not.
You know, Nick, I'm going to say that for the V8 supercars, it is a dumb idea. Do you want to know why it's a dumb idea?
Why?
You're
Because
gonna
they're
tell us.
franchises. They have to be there at every race. They got no choice.
Yeah. I completely see what you mean. Like, when you've explained it for NHRA, you know, the countdown's there because then if the people aren't
if you're
in
one of the big teams,
contention, they're like, well, we'll set out.
And you know, like Coletta doesn't really need the sponsor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got the sponsor, but he doesn't really need it.
Yeah.
If he didn't have the sponsor and he's one of the big teams, you know, arguably one of the biggest teams, and it gets to like, you know, the championship's decided. Well, you're not going to bother. You wait till next year. Save my parts for next year.
And I mean, we saw that a lot with the NHRA this year. You know, Funny Car Field was way down.
Well,
but with these guys for supercars, they have to be there.
They have to be there.
So what's the point? Yeah.
But and look, the ones that adapted.
So do you want me to tell you what they're going to be doing next season?
Yeah.
Yeah, chip draw.
Chip draw.
Chip draw. They're going to do qualifying.
And then
chip draw.
The qualifying is just a practice, and then chip draw.
What became?
Why do we do that?
The reverse grid. They'll do reverse grid as well. Remember?
What became clear to me was that Walkinshaw Andretti adapted the quickest to this new format. And deploying Ryan Wood as what I call here in my notes the blocker role, he played that well. He was the true bandit.
They adapted. Because they didn't win the championship.
No, Walkinshaw Andretti won the championship.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
I thought it was a Mustang that won.
Yeah, so it's Walkinshaw Andretti.
Oh, they got Mustangs?
Yes.
When did they get Mustangs?
So they deployed 2 years ago. They deployed Ryan Wood into that blocker role. And I'm not saying that Ryan Wood was a blocker, but what I mean by that was his role was purely go after Brock Feeney, make Brock Feeney's life hell. And he played that so well. He played that perfectly. There was no need for Brock Feeney to come down on him, crowd him so tight in that corner. But he did it because Ryan put the car in a position that Brock Feeney didn't know how to handle it. And I don't blame Brock Feeney. I blame Jamie Whincup and Triple Eight team for not preparing Brock Feeney psychologically for this challenge from
just
Ryan
stay away
Wood.
from him. Yeah.
They would have been better off sacrifice. I mean, Triple Eight's disadvantage was that Will Brown was in the championship contention as well. But they would have been better off sacrificing Will Brown to go after Ryan Wood and not take him out, but
well, maybe not.
nullify
There's
Ryan
a bit of
Wood's.
trouble.
Ryan Wood, I'm telling you now,
tell
played
your
that.
team manager, just listen, just bump him off.
Someone got in a bit of trouble last week for some WhatsApp messages and stuff, right?
Who's that?
Didn't you see that?
No.
There was some headlines that went around, and I think Supercars put out a thing saying, warning everyone of the fines, because someone had made a comment saying like, oh yeah, just going to go and and just said, I'm just going to go and take him out, and and they're like,
Oh yeah, no, I did read about that, and I mean,
who was it that said it?
It's never happened in
Once
any
in
sort of
a
motorsport ever before, has it?
Yeah, look, and I'm not suggesting that Ryan did that either, but he put the
I saw
car,
the pass,
yeah.
and Ryan, like he had the gap, but like you said, it
But
was.
Brock didn't need to be right down there, and he could have been in the high side. He could
didn't
have even
to
let
close him
Ryan
in
go.
for it. Yeah.
Ryan wasn't in contention, but Ryan played Brock so well. He played that role. He was the Zach Butters of Port Adelaide. He played that.
So what you're saying is the only reason Ford won is because Triple Eight have got Fords now.
Next year they will have Fords. No, they will have Fords, and Walkinshaw Andretti will be the Toyota Super team.
Walkinshaw Andretti have got Fords now. Yeah.
But they will be Toyota next year.
They'll be Toyota next year.
So, like I said, I don't think he was prepared mentally.
What's the name's coming back as a team manager or something, eh? What's his name?
Yes, Roland.
Roland
Dane. And I was going to go on to say, if Roland was still at Triple Eight, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Roland would have prepared.
And he's going to be working for
Peter
Zabiris.
Yes.
In the what's his team called?
Premier Racing.
Oh, it is Premier. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we spoke about him coming back into
Yeah.
it a couple of episodes
And
ago, didn't
people
we?
getting upset about it.
Yeah. Anyway, in other news, South Australian Premier has committed to another 9 years for the Adelaide 500 to be a grand final. So, and
When they say that they've committed, does that mean that they gave someone at Supercars lots of money?
heaps of money.
Heaps.
9 years,
Heaps.
that would be one hell of a check.
Bro, it was heaps.
So-
That was a busy weekend for that whole motor complex. I know that we had the sprint cars there last year as well, but
really?
they had Supercross on the same
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the same event thing as well. Like that would have been huge.
And they had
So
a
did-
revival the week before as well.
And is it
Right.
profitable for Adelaide?
Don't know.
You know, like the V8 Supercars are profitable for WA.
Yeah. Who knows? But at least the South
And the
Australian...
rugby's going to be profitable for WA as well.
I can't. I just wonder if that like one weekend draws in enough.
Look, they had a big crowd there. Apparently, the
Yeah.
crowd on Sunday was 100,000.
100,000.
100,000. Yeah.
Wow.
The Sunday crowd, yes, massive. So
And if each one of those people spends $100, how much is that?
And did you
10
see
million.
this new? I'm not sure how new it is, to be honest, but it's only just got my attention and probably everyone else's because of the level of marketing that they've put in. Bone Dry, this vineyard, I suppose, in South Australia, and they've started sponsoring a V8 supercar. They're sponsoring Lockie McHugh in sprint cars. They had like a good quarter of the advertising. Bone dry.
Oh, because it's a dry
and it's
white.
like 0.0%, 0.01% sugar or something like that. It's a,
Okay.
and then
It's alcohol.
alcohol. Yeah. What
Gets converted
wine.
into sugar anyway.
Well, I mean, like for those who understand science, they just say it still tastes good. But then they had the marketing over like a good quarter of the sprint car.
So can we run our
circuit.
cars on sugar?
I'm sure it's been done before, and corn syrup.
I guess ethanol is pretty much that,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, ethanol.
There you go.
And big money into the supercars. Big money into the supercross as well.
Yeah.
Just seeing that.
Is there that much money in wine? There must be. But why would you...
Do you know what? I went to then looking again because this Lockie McHugh, his sprint car's completely pink now. And it's like the same pink that I used to have on my car.
Yep.
And I looked at their Instagram profile. And then they were like a major sponsor for the Arias as well. And I was talking to someone and I said, like, for them to do the supercars, the speedway, the supercross, the Arias, all within like 4 weeks of each other, how are they supposed to know which one's actually pulling the revenue in?
Yeah,
We've got an increased sales, but which one was it actually? Are they going to commit to all of them for
unless
years
they've
on?
got you've got the wine bit, but the wine bit's really just there to pull the people in because they've got a massive restaurant. There's a place we went to down south that's like that in Margaret
Seeing,
River.
like the amount of money that they would be putting into their marketing over the last 4 weeks between these events is just insane. Insane.
I can't remember the name of that winery that we went to in Margaret River, but I'm not exaggerating. There would have been at the restaurant, there would have been 1,000 people there, and they were just turning over. Like it's just rows and rows and rows of benches. Easy 30 staff. So they might have something like that going on, and it's just, because I'd never heard of them until you said it. Makes sense, bone dry wine, dry white.
Yeah.
So what do you call that? A cab sab? Is that?
There was
No.
there
Is
was
that
a
red? That's
rosé
red.
and there was a sparkling. I think there was a Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, that's it.
How's my
That's the
Italian
one.
now? Is it even Italian?
That's
Is that
French. French,
Sauvignon-
yeah. Moscato?
Sauvignon
Was there a
Blanc.
Moscato in there?
Moscato? No, because it wouldn't be dry, would it?
Oh, okay.
No, that's
That's
a
a
sweet
sweet one.
Moscato. Yeah.
I know my thing.
I like my Moscato.
So
Do ya?
yes, but it gives you the headaches. That's the sugar drunk.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, speaking of the 100,000 people, those 100,000 people...
Hang on a minute. I just realised something.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, because going back many episodes ago, in dark ages, or as my kids say, in olden days,
Olden days.
didn't we talk about alcohol sponsorship for motor racing?
Yes.
Yep. And I copped a fair amount of, you can't do that. You can't have cars and
Who said that? Oh,
alcohol.
not me.
I think you were against it,
I'm
Nick.
pretty
'cause
sure,
you
Nick,
said it's
yeah.
like, but it was more like the gambling.
No, I was against the
It was-
gambling.
Yeah,
it was
I'm
against
against it. We're all against the gambling. There you
I
go.
was thinking of continuing on with some more discussion about car collections, but did you have something that you wanted to finish off about the supercars?
No, that's it for me. Oh, it's all good.
You want to talk about the Formula One?
Yeah, I was just wondering whether we would merge into Motor Mall.
Oh, Motor Mall, yes.
Motor Mall, you know,
Carco.
talking about car collections.
Yep.
Yep.
Wanneroo Raceway rebrand to Motor Mall Wanneroo Raceway, which sees the WA Sporting Car Club and Motor Mall come together. Their status is to reshape motorsport in Western Australia, uniting WA motorsport, performance garages, car clubs and the entire West Australian car scene, while expanding the Motor Mall motorsport platform to new heights. One of the largest signs in Western Australia is being constructed across the Raceway Hill, a landmark installation inspired by the iconic Hollywood sign and a symbol of new era. Motor Mall began just 3 years ago with 5 brothers and a dream. Today we're proudly over 100 staff members strong, supporting hundreds of families. None of this would be possible without the unwavering support of our families, customers, friends and dedicated team.
Yep.
So I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, they've been doing some fantastic stuff down at the roll racing.
And they
big
really
displays.
don't do things in halves. Like, they come out really strong. All of their marketing, branding, their showrooms is to such a high quality. I would be really interested to see. You know, we only just announced when the last race at Wanneroo was going to be for the Supercars.
Yeah,
or that
next year. Yeah,
for-
in July and August. Yep.
But like, I feel as if the brothers from Motorball, if they're going to be building Wanneroo Raceway up to the standards of what they show in their showrooms and the cars that they hold, and you know, I think it will be a really great.
You think that there's some irony that Roger Cook is then going to take their biggest event to Burswood? Is that where you're going with this?
I
No,
think.
no, go on.
You know what they do
I
really
think
well?
it's going to be really hard to sell the Burswood thing, and then once Motor Mall starts uplifting Wanneroo Raceway.
I don't think it's going to change anything.
I mean, if
Roger
they-
Cook has said that
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter
Sorry, I
what
thought you said-
anyone says or does, even his own ministers that are saying it's a dumb idea, he's pushing ahead with it. So, but look, what Motormore is very, very good at, incredibly good at, is getting influencers to then take their message. You know,
Troy Candy.
Yeah.
Clay Wong.
Yeah.
To you know, mention just 2 that I've seen. But yeah, I mean, it'd be great for Wanneroo.
Yep. Yep. It's a dawn of a new era.
Yeah. So what
That's
happened
really
to Carco?
No, I mean, their deal was only a couple of years, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting that they've sort of come off. Obviously,
And I think
Motor Mall.
it's interesting that they not much changed while they were under
Yeah.
the name. You know, you think that if you're coming on to like Barbagallo had been there a long time, 92 was it?
That's
that
what they said,
Barbagallo
92.
had
I
been
don't
there?
remember it being that
Was it
long.
92?
Yeah, it's been a long
that
time.
long?
Now, you know what I think is going to be interesting about this. Obviously, I mean, Motor Mall, the front man has said that the luxury car stuff that they do is not their bread and butter. It's you know, because you don't turn them over as quick as you do Ford Rangers and Land Cruisers and stuff like that. But what will be interesting is that whole relationship with Barbagallo's. They had a lot of track days down there. You know, they had
Yeah.
Lambo days, Ferrari days, etc. Is Motormore going to canvass that now and try and... Because I know they're passionate about that side of their business. They're always out there in the supercars.
Yeah.
They're all covered in Motormore marketing, the signage and so on and so forth. Are they going to take that away? Is it going to be the case of are you going to have to buy a car off of us if you want to do track days now?
I wouldn't have thought so, but I know what you're saying.
Because Alpha's really focused, well, not Alpha, but Tony's really focused his money with the Motorplex of the last 5 years.
Oh, Vince, you mean?
Sorry, Vince, yes.
Yeah.
Vince is Tony's son.
Correct. Yeah. So they're chips in on the speedway and the sprint cars. So
they've gone all in with that. So you might see a shifting there, and that's going to be interesting because their main market is the luxury car market. And I think it's a different type of sales technique. If you go to Barbagallo's, I mean, if the three of us went to Barbagallo's dressed like this, likely no one's going to serve us. If we go to Motormore, we might get invited out the back for a drink.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Because they have a playground.
Yeah.
And the kids can have a play on the playground.
That's right, yes.
That's genius, by the way.
And we do look like VL buyers, don't we? That VL up there in the container, I love it.
I would have thought XR6...
You know what I mean? That VO, I love it. That Calais up in the container there. Anyway,
it's
Marlou.
Yes, there is a Marlou, there's a VL, and there's a GDSR.
Yes, the GDSR. There was a GDSR at this event, the Chavaps and Cars as well.
There you go.
Haven't seen one in years.
All right.
Well,
where are we
Formula
up to?
One.
Formula One, yes. Well, look, I mean, very interesting event overnight. As I write here in the notes, I'm not sure where to start or end on this one. The fact that we're discussing a 14-point margin to Red Bull as the season closes lends me to think McLaren have botched this season. I strongly stand by that. Why on earth, Zach, please explain why you did not pit at least Oscar Piastri, but there was room there for a double stack. The room for a double stack was on lap 7. Why you did not pit both your drivers? It was a mandatory 2 pit stop race. It just defies all logic. I didn't get it. When I was watching it in real time, I said, what on earth are they doing? Everyone came in, everyone except for those two. They were sitting ducks from that point onwards. They really were, because...
Well, Zach is American.
Yeah. Yeah, but
and it is owned by Americans, so maybe they're trying to create...
you know what? He should have gone to Adelaide and watched Chaz win a championship. Might have been better for him, because Zach is part owner of... He's the United in Walkinshaw and Andretti United.
Okay.
You don't think that maybe they're doing it on purpose to build the drama for the last event?
I mean, seriously, if that's the case, then yeah. I don't know. But the transient time, like, it was a 14-second differential in him pitting. If they had pitted under safety car, there was a 14-second differential, other than as opposed to pitting under full race conditions.
So good to see Max win.
Piastri only lost by 8 seconds, but he would have arguably won by 5 or 6 seconds had they not done that. Had not pitted twice under. I don't get it.
You get that.
I'm at a loss. Anyway, the good news is Oscar's got great form. He won the sprint race. He got pole position for the main race, and he's looking like he's got some of his mojo back. Not that I don't think he lost his mojo, but it'll be interesting to see. It's going to be difficult for him to win it.
Nick, when you win the sprint and you've earned pole, and your team... The team that you drive for
shows that disappointment.
Like they've lost a close family member.
I know. Yeah, that's just something fundamentally wrong there, isn't there?
Yeah, well, they got to get rid of Zach Brown.
Yeah.
He's been a problem for years.
Yeah.
He has been a massive problem in their pits. He needs to go. He's been undermining drivers for as long as he's been there. He has his favourite. He's like that, that teacher that has the favourite kid, and it doesn't matter. The other kid could be potential ducks of the school, they're always going to favour, and that's what's going on there, and it's wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think McLaren shareholders, and that I think I've written my final statement there is, I think Zach's leadership needs to be questioned once this season's over. I really do.
Well,
It's done. Nick's.
Anyway, the last race is next Sunday at 9 o'clock.
we
So
don't have long.
So what do you reckon? What do you reckon, guys?
I think that Lando will win the championship. He's got a 14-point lead at the moment. I think that's enough. It's unlikely Oscar will win it. Max is definitely a possibility. It just depends on how they use Isaac Hadjar. This is where they need to be smart about things now. So use Isaac. Yuki Tsunoda's not good enough, unfortunately, but Isaac is. Use him as the blocker, the bandit.
And try and crash someone out.
I'm not saying crash someone out, but I think Isaac has got the ability to run with try and out qualify Lando. It's unlikely that he will, but yeah, they've got 4 cars in their arsenal to do that with.
And what happens next season?
I think Oscar is contracted to still be at McLaren. He'll still be there, and Lando will still be there. I don't think you're going to see much changing.
I think it's incredible what Red Bull have done without Christian Horner.
If they pull this off, it will be a win. This will be no doubt Max Verstappen's best championship.
Most incredible, not his best, because
Mm.
we've seen him win every race.
Yeah, But to pull this off, I'd be going. Johnny and I had a bit of a joke on the weekend, but we're up for a few models, and I'll be adding the if Max Verstappen pulls this off, I'll be adding that one. I've got his original championship winning car in my collection. Beginning another one if he pulls this off, but anyway.
If he does, Nick, it's
going
to be...
Hats off to him. I know we've always sort of made fun of Max Verstappen, but if he if he does pull this off...
Speak for yourself.
And even like Brock, I've never been a Brock Feeney fan, but I really did feel for him on the weekend.
You could see the emotion.
Yeah, I really did. Win 14 races. Anyway, I'm going back covering old ground. Let it go.
Well, next weekend.
Next Sunday, 9 o'clock. Cannot wait.
And just some up-and-coming events. The Jolly Good John Day Classic and WA Sprint Car title is being held this Saturday on the 6th of December.
Yep. High Limit International in Perth. That's on the 28th to the 30th of December, 2025. And that'll also, in the week after, we'll have the USA versus WA Sprint Car Speed Week as well.
It's the week after, is it?
Yeah. It's all the few days after that. So I think that starts on the like 2nd. It's all rolling into 8 days, I think.
And then we've got Sunset at Herne Hill, Saturday the 4th of January 2026. We will be hosting this event live from the Swan Athletic Club.
We will.
And the Northern Steel Car Show on Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. And we will also be hosting this event live from Perry Lakes.
Nothing between there and there?
I'm sure there is.
Just
the reason I'm asking is if I get the seat done, I want to take him in the car.
It's good to have a date to
work to.
Yes.
I got to talk to a trimmer, but then I want to do the big unveil.
Yeah.
Cool. Do that at the Northern Steel Car Show.
Well, after we get off, I'll show you a video of when he saw it painted the first time.
That'd be awesome.
So
He was pretty happy, yeah.
Well, and for now, we will say goodbye and be back on air in 2 weeks. See you later, boys.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
See yous.